Hey guys, this is your man Akshat, aka Icebender, and here is our top man RK, aka Backheel Monster. How are you, RK?
Great, great man. How you doing?
I'm good. कैसा रहा ये वीक?
बहुत भयंकर और खतरनाक।
बहुत सारी न्यूज आई है एफपीएल के उससे फ्रेंड्स. देयर इज अ लॉट टू डिस्कस. जैसा आप सबको पता ही है, आई विल नॉट गो इन डिटेल्स, बट ग्रीनवुड और फॉर्डन का जो है उनको सस्पेंड होने की बात चल रही है. दे ब्रोक सम रूल्स आई थिंक,
हम
एंड गैरेथ साउथगेट इंस्ट्रक्टेड देम नॉट टू गो विद द टीम बस, एंड देन दे वेंट सेपरेटली. तो मुझे लगता है शायद गेम वीक 2 में भी जो है जिनको हम वैल्यू पिक्स कह रहे थे मैन्यू के लिए, जो बेंच करने की सोच रहे थे, this game this blank game week is becoming more and more difficult guys. और दूसरी तरफ महारेस का हमने देखा, हमने लपोर्टे का देखा, जो मुझे लगता है पेप गार्डियोला के रूलेट के सबसे अहम कड़ी है. आई थिंक एज सून एज लपोर्ट कम्स इन मैन सी टीम, तो मैन सी टीम एकदम अलग दिखती है. तो आई थिंक ये वीक बहुत ज्यादा बिजी रहा है ट्रांसफर्स को लेके. हामिस रोड्रिगेज की एंट्री हुई है, कैलम विल्सन की एंट्री, दिस अ लॉट टू डिस्कस. तो आके क्या रहा एफपीएल का आपका इस बार का, कुछ चेंजेस?
एफपीएल के बहुत सारे चेंजेस एज एक्सपेक्टेड। इतने सारे
ओके.
ट्रांसफर हो रहे हैं। यू गोटा कीप आई ऑन देम। जैसे कि
या
कैलम विल्सन और रायन फ्रेजर का इंट्रोडक्शन हुआ है न्यूकासल यूनाइटेड में।
दैट्स
तो
दैट्स ग्रेट न्यूज़ फॉर देम.
तो दे माइट चेंज देयर अटैकिंग टैक्टिक्स। तो यू हैव उस पे भी आपको नजर रखनी होगी। उसके साथ सबसे
एब्सोल्युटली.
बड़ी खबर जो अभी आई है रिसेंटली वो है हेमिस रॉड्रिगेज हैज जॉइंड एवर्टन नाउ।
Oh, that's big news, man.
We can say he has joined his favorite boss, Carlo Ancelotti.
Third time lucky. Will he be third time lucky, you think?
Guess so. पहले दो टाइम तो रहा है तो कर सकते हैं कि इस टाइम रह सकता है लकी। तो
Absolutely.
लेट्स सी। और उसके अलावा जैसे अभी लपोर्ट और अपना नैन्सी के जो दो दो
Hmm.
टिकट
That was
मारे
sad news, Mahrez. Yeah.
काफी सैड है वो भी। तो इससे यही है कि अब सब कुछ एकदम रीसेट बटन आपका दोबारा से आपको दबाना पड़ेगा और फिर से आपको सोचना पड़ेगा कि
Hmm.
आपको कैसे बिल्डअप करना है, किस प्लेयर पे आप ज्यादा ध्यान देने वाले हो और आप कैसे अपने बजट प्लेयर को इस्तेमाल करने वाले हो। क्योंकि
Hmm.
आपको अभी कोविड थिंग से आप कभी सर्टेन हो नहीं कि कभी भी कोई भी प्लेयर केडीबी कोई भी स्टार जो पे आप सबसे ज्यादा डिपेंडेंट हो वो भी डाउन हो सकता है। तो
Right,
इस
right,
हिसाब से
right,
आपको
right.
स्ट्रैटेजी बनानी बहुत बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है।
Absolutely. No two ways
हाँ,
around. मुझे ऐसा लगता है जो न्यू कैसल ने अच्छी साइनिंग्स करी, जैसा आपने भी बताया, एक है कैलम विंसन और दूसरा शायद
रायन रायन
या
फ्रेजर।
मुझे ऐसा लगता है एएसएम को इससे हेल्प मिलेगी. सेंट मैक्सिमन के असिस्ट बढ़ सकते हैं. लास्ट ईयर उनके वो अच्छे बॉल्स बना रहे थे पर कोई कन्वर्ट करने के लिए नहीं था आगे. क्या आपको लगता है इस बार कन्वर्ट करने के लिए होगा? थैंक्स कैलाश. या
बिल्कुल जैसे कि अगर मैं गलत नहीं तो उनका पिछले सीजन वो जॉइलिंगटन से कंटिन्यू कर रहे थे आई गेस। तो वो उतना फिनिश कर नहीं पा रहा था
यो यो
जितना बॉल डिलीवर होता था। तो बर्नाबाउट से ये जो दो परचेज करे इन्होंने बहुत क्लास परचेज है। हालांकि विल्सन का रेटिंग प्रीवियस जो 8.5 पे लिस्ट हुआ था वहां से कम गिरा है।
ओह, इज दैट
लेकिन
सो?
ये 8.5 पे था और इस बार अभी मेरे ख्याल से वो 6.5 पे लिस्ट हुआ है।
ओके ओके.
तो इस हिसाब से आप ये भी ये आपका बेनिफिट इन डिस्गाइज भी हो सकता है क्योंकि बहुत सारे प्लेयर उसे अवॉइड करेंगे क्योंकि ऑब्वियसली कोई भी देख के बता सकता है कि उनके फॉर्म डिप हुआ है। लेकिन
हम्म.
अगर आप उस पे लेकिन दूसरे साइड आप इस पे इन्वेस्ट भी कर सकते हैं क्योंकि बहुत सारे लोग ऑलरेडी उसे अवॉइड करेंगे जैसे मैंने कहा।
हम्म. So let's start with, I think, the hottest topic around here is James Rodriguez. Third, will he
Yep.
be third time lucky? I think Carlo Ancelotti bought him to Real Madrid. It was a great pick, and at that time he was the World Cup member team for Colombia. I think he was a part of the
Yep.
World
Yep.
Cup playing team for Colombia, and he really played well in that World Cup. He was outstanding. I think some of his shots, some of his spot kicks, they were brilliant. और वहां से कई लोगों को ऐसा लगता है he has not been able to take off, and his potential is something which many people have talked of, and I think uh, he was touted as one of the more upcoming South American legends, or potential legend. But I think somewhere down the line he has failed to deliver, if I can say so, with all the respect to James Rodriguez. And जब मैंने उनका क्लब देखा, जब वो रियल मैड्रिड में आए, तो मैंने देखा उनका फर्स्ट सीजन, स्टार्टिंग सीजन, इट वेंट वेल विद रियल मैड्रिड। आई थिंक उन्हें पोटेंशियल है। एक चीज मैंने उनकी थ्रू आउट द करियर देखी है कि ही कीप्स ऑन गेटिंग इंजर्ड। थैंक्स टिप्ता, बिग शाउट आउट टू यू। ही कीप्स ऑन गेटिंग इंजर्ड। आई थिंक ये भी लोग ध्यान रखते हैं, बट मुझे ऐसा लगता है प्रैक्टिकली एफपीएल में गाइस डोंट थिंक अबाउट दिस इंजरी स्टफ। आई नो अ लॉट ऑफ बिग एफपीएल मैनेजर्स, मेरा तो ऐसे कोई खास रिकॉर्ड है नहीं एफपीएल में, आई एम ए डेब्यूटेंट एज यू गाइस नो। ग्रेट मैनेजर्स दे हैव सजेस्टेड कि कीप इंजरीज इन माइंड, बट मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि इंजरी होने पे आप उनको रिप्लेस कर सकते हैं। वैसे भी मिडफील्ड है, मिडफील्ड में तो यू विल बी टॉइंग अराउंड विथ योर प्लेयर्स, तो just keep an eye on his fitness, but there is no need to go gaga over someone's fitness, ki whether to take someone or not to take someone just because of his fitness. Yes, it is important, but it shouldn't be paramount. Okay, what do you think? Where do you see James Rodriguez? I think he'll be playing center midfield for Everton. And मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि with the presence of Richarlison and DCL, Calvin Lewis, आपको क्या लगता है कि इस बार is Everton going to score more goals because of हामिस रॉड्रिगेज, या फिर वही होगा नाम बड़ा और दर्शन छोटे?
Yes, with the addition to James Rodriguez in Everton, I think it's a definitely a great boost in their midfield. और
एब्सोल्युटली।
वो आई थिंक लेफ्ट सेंटर मिड से खेलने प्रेफर करता है ज्यादातर, तो वहां से स्टार्ट कर सकते हैं। तो
ओके।
और उसके बाद हम जो बोल रहे थे कि हैमिस रोड्रिगेज जो है, इंजरी का
हाँ,
जहां तक उसका कमाल है, वो पिछले सीजन इंजरी हुए थे, और जहां तक अंडर परफॉर्म करने की बात है, मेरे ख्याल से जब कार्लो एंचेलोटी ने उन्हें परचेज किया था एएस मोनाको से, आई गेस 2040
ये
में 80
क्या?
मिलियन यूरो 80 मिलियन यूरो में खरीदा था, तब वो अपने सुपर हॉट फॉर्म में थे। लेकिन उसके बाद जब कार्लो
एब्सोल्युटली।
एंचेलोटी को टैग किया गया और जेडाने को लाया गया, तो उसने एकदम बेजार चेंजेस लाए, जैसा कि अभी लैम्पार्ड फिलहाल चेल्सी में ला रहा है। तो उस टाइम पे मेरे ख्याल से तब आपके पास मॉड्रिच आ गया था, क्रूस आ गया था, मेरे ख्याल से कहीं उसे ढंग से इस्तेमाल नहीं किया गया, उसे बाद में सब्स्टिट्यूट यूज करते थे। तो कहीं ना
ओके।
कहीं उसने परफॉर्म भी नहीं किया, बट पोटेंशियली उसमें पूरा है कि वो ही कैन डिलीवर एट बिग स्टेज।
एंड आई डोंट थिंक कि एज है समथिंग, आई थिंक इज स्टिल यंग। एंड मुझे ऐसा लगता है विद कार्लो एंचेलोटी से अच्छा इस समय मुझे ऐसा लगता है इट्स अ लाइक फॉर लाइक पिक। मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि एवर्टन नीडेड अ बिग प्लेयर लाइक हामिस रॉड्रिगेज इन द मिडिल, बिकॉज उनकी मिडफील्ड दे वर लुकिंग वेरी शिटी, इफ आई कैन से सो। दे वर लुकिंग वेरी शैम्बोलिक एंड देयर मिडफील्ड वाज रियली इन टैटर्स, एंड आई थिंक दे रियली नीडेड अ बिग नेम। एक होता है ना बड़ा नाम अपने साथ,
बिल्कुल।
they needed somebody with potential. Hey, SK, big shout out, waiting for you, man. Just get rid of your problems and come to the show. So I think Everton needed a big player like him, and in the same breath, I must say कि a player like James Rodriguez needed some playing time. And with this very ordinary season, last season where he played, I think 9 odd matches at Real, I think he also needed time with some other team. And now I think both Everton and James, they have benefited from each other's presence. I just hope that he will be able to strike a brilliant partnership upfront with Richarlison and DCL, because that will make things spicier in the EPL. Already top four are coming closer, and Southampton, they are playing very nicely. I think they can be the dark horses. Arsenal is tightening the screws, and with the coming of James Rodriguez, I think Everton is also trying to make some noise here. तो I think आपको क्या लगता है कि इससे इस साल का ईपीएल क्या पिछले 10 साल 15 साल में सबसे क्लोजेस्ट ईपीएल हो सकता है?
बिल्कुल, क्योंकि हर बड़ी क्लब अपने परचेज कर रही है, अपने स्ट्रैटेजी को हिट कर रहे हैं। दे वांट देयर प्लेयर जिनको उन्होंने टारगेट किया है। और एक स्टार्टिंग में ही एक मतलब जैसा माहौल बनता है, क्योंकि हर प्रीमियर लीग के हर टाइम पैंडेमिक नहीं होता था, लेकिन इस बार पैंडेमिक के कारण जो हमने खोया है, लेकिन उस हिसाब से एक ये बूस्ट भी हुआ है एफपीएल का क्रेज, कि हर कोई अब उससे वेटिंग फॉर द प्रीमियर लीग टू स्टार्ट अगेन। तो यही
Yep.
स्ट्रैटेजी सबकी है। और इंक्लूडिंग फैन, प्लेयर, मैनेजर, प्रेसिडेंट ऑफ द क्लब, हर कोई एकदम पॉजिटिव है इसको स्टार्ट पे लेने की। तो इससे बहुत फर्क पड़ने वाला है। और ये शायद वो सीजन हो सकता है जब हम देख सकते हैं कि बड़े क्लब जो है वो टॉप 6 पे आ सकते हैं, बाकी सबको टॉप 6 से नीचे शेयर करना पड़ेगा।
बिल्कुल। और मेरे को ऐसा लगता है यहाँ पे दो बात लगती है कि एक तो आई थिंक कार्लो एंचेलोटी is not given enough credit. I think he's a wonderful manager. He has done great things with great teams. I think it is just a matter of time and just a matter of when and not a matter of if. He will definitely click with the Everton team. This is my gut feeling. I know no matter how good a manager you are, you need players on the bench. You need some good players in your 11 to make. You cannot have a brilliant manager with a very ordinary team winning a tough league like EPL or even being in the top four. But at the same time, मुझे ऐसा लगता है with teams like Arsenal, with teams like Everton, with teams like the Saints, Southampton, I think these teams, even Newcastle for that matter, their new signings, I think that these teams are looking to put a hole in the top four. And this time, I think the top four will not be breathing easy. Every year, I feel it is just a matter of fourth spot. कि fourth spot किसको मिलेगा? Top three are fixed. Man City, Liverpool, and I suppose Chelsea. The fourth place fight is between either Leicester and Man United. But I think this year it is going to be a way lot closer. And I really feel कि मुझे बस ये देखना है कि how does this trio of Richarlison, Calvert-Lewis and James Rodriguez, how do they pair up? आपको क्या लगता है कि ज्यादा डीप खेलेंगे या he will be in a role of attacking midfielder or he will be just making the balls, he will be just giving through balls and aerial balls. How do you feel? वो डीप खेलेंगे या थोड़ा आगे खेलेंगे?
मुझे खेल रहा है इस दोनों का मिक्सचर होगा, वो सेंटर में ज्यादा रहेंगे कि जब सप्लाई करना है तब सप्लाई और जब अटैक करना है अंदर तो अटैक। और
मेरा
सेट पीस
मेरा एक क्वेश्चन पूछने का रीजन क्या है कि मैं चाहता हूं जो हमारे बर्डिंग एफपीएल मैनेजर्स हैं, जो हमारी तरह डेब्यूटेंट्स हैं या जो कोई एक्सपीरियंस भी देख रहा है, दे शुड अंडरस्टैंड कि इज ही जस्ट फॉर असिस्ट और इज देयर अ स्कोरिंग पोटेंशियल फॉर हामिस रॉड्रिगेज आल्सो? will he be will he be consistently coming in positions where he can score, or will he be able to give assist only? What do you think?
Well, I think he can strongly be a differential this season because he has been listed at
Oh,
7.5, and
yeah.
now that he is going to be on the set pieces for Everton, and he contribute while while making
So
attacks like he can.
in a nutshell, you think he will score goals also, not only assist, right?
Not only also, he'll definitely gonna score goals this season.
No, I think if he is going to score, if he's going to assist, and even if he can show some of his form, 10%, 20% of his form of what he showed at Bayern Munich, I think he will be too hot to handle, a very hot property. And I think right now he's not in many drafts, but I think if he does well in game week one or two, even if he doesn't put EPL to fire, even if he does put in a couple of decent performances, I think people will pick him over the likes of Dele Alli and even somebody like Son. What do you think?
Exactly, it's just about the game. I think first
Yeah,
two games, and if perform well, his price might go up to 9, and we might be regretting that
absolutely, absolutely.
why we couldn't select him. So this
But
might be the
this addition of James Rodriguez has things the midfield is, it is just getting worse for us as the FPL managers. Kai Kai Havertz 8.5, Pulisic 8, Ziyech 8, and now James Rodriguez 7.5. I mean, it is very difficult to decide who is better among the four. Of course, the followers will say Kai Havertz, Ziyech followers will, but I think all of these four players are quality players. I just feel Pulisic is a level above every one of them right now. This is what I personally feel. Yes, he's injured. I don't think he will start in game week one. But I think James Rodriguez is not just an excellent addition to Everton. I think EPL fans are going to love him over here. He will bring that South American flair with him, that charisma with him. What do you feel?
yeah,
Is it going to really spice up things in EPL also?
एग्जैक्टली मेरा ये मानना है कि अगर उन्होंने हेमिस रॉड्रिगेज ने अगर कोई लेट्स से नो ऑफेंस बड़ा क्लब ज्वाइन किया होता है, लेट्स से मेंसी या मैन यूनाइटेड, लिवरपूल, तो वो डेफिनेटली अराउंड 8 या 8.5 पे लिस्ट होते, वो 7.5 पे कभी नहीं लिस्ट होने वाले थे। तो इस
And
हिसाब से कि
yeah, yeah. Go on, go on.
इस हिसाब से भी मेरा ये मानना है कि जो मैनेजर्स उन्हें स्टार्टिंग में ही गेम वीक 1 से प्रेफर कर रहे हैं, तो उनके लिए ये काफी सही डिसीजन रह सकता है, क्योंकि अगर बाद में आपका प्राइस बढ़ता है तो आपकी स्क्वाड भी स्ट्रांग हो रही है, आपका प्लेयर भी ग्रो कर रहा है, और इट्स अ गुड न्यूज ऑल ओवर।
And Aki, I feel कि it is for a player like James Rodriguez who might not be at the greatest of his confidence right now, I think it is good to be a big fish in a small pond rather being a small fish in a very big pond. So I think here I don't see him fighting for minutes. I think he will definitely start every game until unless he's a disaster up front. I think he will be starting easily. And if he would have joined a club, say City, United, I don't think he would be a definite starter there because it is already full of talented people and a talented pool is already there. I think Everton is somewhere in mid. It's not a bottom club. It's not facing relegation every now and then. It's not a top tier club. I think it's a perfect venture for both Everton, and I really think this pairing of Everton and James is God sent for both of them. I think DCL and Richarlison, they were struggling. There were no balls being made, and still they were scoring. Richarlison scored very nicely. And if you remove the games after if you eliminate those games after the lockdown, I think DCL was also DCL was also scoring goals at quite a good pace. So I think this is a godsend pairing, and I hope it augurs well not just for Everton but also for the English Premier League. Now, RK, let's change the topic. Enough of James Rodriguez. Now let's move on to some value picks. बहुत टाइम से we have been hearing of value picks, and I don't know how much we'll be able to cover because we have our own drafts to see, and those are very important because it gives a clear indication of how we are thinking, and the reason that we have so many changes in our drafts today will make you see that we are debutants, we are just new in this field, but yet it will show you that we are constantly changing and chopping things just because we still are not sure of what is going to work and what's not going to work. Anyways, that's for later. Right now, let's focus on the value picks, and there are not much value picks in offense. So let's start with defense. Are any suggestions with value picks in defense?
For me, the first value pick is gonna be Dallas from Leeds United. He's a very good player.
Oh,
So he performed really well in EFL last season. So
okay.
better watch out for him. He's a definite starter. So you can definitely go for him.
Okay, so do you think he has this attacking potential? Can he attack? Can he
Yes,
give us some points?
yes. Sometime he also joins the gameplay upwards, like in the midfield he joins, and then sometime he can also be a threat to the opposition.
Oh,
Uh,
that's a valid piece of
especially
information.
especially in the set pieces and corner and all. So
Yeah.
it's a good pick.
So I think he's flowing under the radar right now. I think it's a great time to pick him. I just think that because the first match is against Liverpool, I think he can be benched for the first match. What is your opinion on that?
यस डेफिनेटली यू कैन डू एज सेम बट मेरे ख्याल से आप ऐसा कर सकते हैं कि पहला मैच उसका टफ है तो आप उसे बेंच में कर दीजिए और फिर
Hmm.
बाद में आप उसे यूज कर सकते हैं 4.5 एज अ डिफरेंशियल पॉइंट वो आपको कमा के दे सकता है
Because he's flowing under the radar. There's not much talk about him, but I really feel because I have also seen him a couple of times, not much, but going by what you were saying and whatever I have seen of him, I think he really has that midfield potential. And that Bielsa, I think, is a very attacking coach, and his offensive nature might prompt him to use Dallas as more of a midfielder or a defender midfielder. I don't know, but I think he can be a value pick, and I think he's just 4.5 million.
यस
Hey,
ट्रू
Jabbar,
दैट्स
yeah, the tension is brewing. Right, right, right. And okay, if I have to pick a, defender, so I will go for Lamptey. I think Lamptey is a brilliant pick from Brighton. I'm the reason I'm laughing is because at the beginning of the season I was not thinking about Lamptey and others, but I think with the departure of Ruben Vinagre, it has become a merry-go-round. Everyone whose price is 4 or 4.5 million is either getting injured or not getting a start or is being transferred to some other club.
राइट
As we discussed in the last chat, 8 people are watching us live. Shout out to you guys, respect to you guys. Keep watching, keep subscribing. Please subscribe to the channel. And all this video will soon be recorded and released on Arcade's channel, which is called Backhill Monster. We are working on quite a lot of things. It is the videos are still not there on his channel, but 9 people are there. Shout out to you guys. Don't just watch, subscribe, comment, chat, ask us questions, do whatever you want to. This is just a casual chit chat. Take understand that this is your channel. We are just presenting it. This is for you guys, and we both just discuss football on a video call like this only. It's just a video call for others to see. You can laugh at us. You can take some chit chat, important chit chats and tips from us. It's okay. And yeah, this all will be there soon on Backheel Monster channel also. And we are working on a quite a lot of technical issues. And let's see how it comes out. We are thinking about a lot of things right now. Coming back to the topic, RK, I was saying that as Ruben Vinagre, it is being speculated that he's moving to FC Porto, I guess, for 10 million. I think I'm not sure, but what is happening to Wolves defense? I think now they are left with Sass, Cody, and this. So I think Brighton from Lamptey from Brighton, I think is a good pick. I must assure you guys, he will not start every game, but he will start most of the games. He will not start every game, but he'll start most of the games. If your budget is limited, it is very difficult for me to look over and above Lamptey's head. So yes, for me it's Lamptey. Let's see if RK has any other pick or not.
We have got Kyle Walker Peters from Southampton. Yeah, he play
Oh, that's a good.
in yeah, he play as a right back. So in the uh, pre early season match, he's been performing really well, but he has not been given that many minutes in the previous season. So you can keep a good eye over him, and he is definitely going to be a good budget pick if you're not left with. So if let's say if you want to strengthen your midfield and want to go with the budget defense, then you can definitely go for Kyle Walker Peters.
Hey SK, shout out to you, man. Waiting for you. Come soon, SK. Yeah, right. And coming back to Southampton, I think the Saints are real. They really performed well last season, and I think it's going to be a good season for the Saints. And I think while defending, Kyle Walker Peter has that ability of moving up with the ball, of even he can give some assists, I feel. So I think Kyle Walker Peter is really a good shout from you. And guys, I think it is one of the best shouts right now. I feel if you are having McCarthy but in your team, then it can be a bit of a tricky proposition, because then you will be having two defenders of Southampton. Then if Southampton is not able to keep a clean sheet, then one of your goalkeeper and one of your defenders, they might be struggling to give you a clean sheet. So if you're thinking about Kyle Walker Peters, I will say go for a keeper like Ryan. Or if you want to keep McCarthy as your goalie, then what you can do is you can have him rotated for that particular match. And yeah, let's see. And I don't see any other value defender. Our case, we have
It's
covered
very
Dallas.
hard to pick.
Sorry.
I'm saying it's very hard to pick the budget defenders because most of
Yeah,
them are
there's
not
a guy
starting.
called James from Leicester City. Yeah, there's a guy called Jesse James from Leicester City, and I think Leicester already had a great defender in Pereira.
So,
Can you hear me, Ake? You there?
yep,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can
yeah,
hear you.
yeah. I can see you now. I can see you now. Yeah, yeah, I can see you now. I was just telling them that Pereira was a great defender for Leicester, and he is injured right now. I think for 2 game weeks or 3 game weeks, I'm not sure. But I think till the time he comes back, I think James will be starting, and I have seen him attacking the ball quite aggressively. He seems to be an offensive bet. So I guess for 2 or 3 game weeks, Jesse James can be a good 4 point of option. Guys, I don't have many other defenders, because I feel I will be lying to you guys if I because many people are saying 10 different options, but I am not sure whether any of those are going to start. So I'm just telling you guys, keep at least one 5 million defender. I just hope that you don't keep the whole of your defense line of 4.5 or 4.0 million defenders, because then it's a probability that only one of your defender or two of your defender might start. Now that's a concern for me, for each one of us, because we all are just giving our best and pouring in the millions in the midfield and the forward line. I'm not asking you to keep a double Liverpool line or push in Doherty just because I'm just saying at least your players, your defenders should be nailed. At least you should be comfortable that yes, they are playing barring any injury or something. That's about the defenders, guys. If we move on to the midfielders and try to think of, I think a budget midfielder is a very vague term, because I think if you want to have a midfielder with 7 million, I think that's like Barnes or Madison or Grealish, I don't think they are going to give that many points. In that price, if you want to buy a midfielder, I think it's better you go for Robertson as a defender, because
Yep.
Robertson at the same price is giving almost 180 odd points. He might give 200 this season. You don't know. I think for midfielders, either you go 7.5 uh, James Rodriguez and above Ziyech Havertz, or you go below and go to 4.5 to 6 bracket. I think that's the best budget bracket. आके any name just pops into your head. कोई आपके दिमाग में एकदम आता हो वैल्यू मिडफील्डर?
सबसे पहले मेरे दिमाग में आता है बजट मिडफील्डर में जेम्स वॉर्ड प्रोवेस फ्रॉम साउथहैम्पटन।
Ooh, the Skippy.
यप।
Yeah,
क्योंकि वो बहुत काफी टैलेंटेड प्लेयर है, पिछले सीजन उतना अपने हिसाब से परफॉर्म नहीं कर पाए थे, तो लेट्स होप कि इस सीजन आपको वो ज्यादा पॉइंट्स देंगे, क्योंकि वो सेट पीसेस पे भी रहते हैं, तो वहां पे आपको वो एक्स्ट्रा पॉइंट्स मिल सकते हैं बाकी मिडफील्डर के कंपैरेटिवली, बजट मिडफील्डर के कंपैरेटिवली। तो ही इज अ नेल स्टार्टर, तो इज अ गुड बजट।
absolutely, absolutely. And I think last year he didn't perform to his level. I think it was a lot was expected of him, and I don't think he is going to have two bad seasons in a row. After lockdown, his performance improved. I think this can be a breakout season for James Ward-Prowse also. And plus, he's nailed on those set pieces, man. He's taking those free kicks, those corners. I think at 6 million, I think he is RK.
यस, ही इज एट 6 million।
At 6 million, I think he's a bargain. Yes, I know his last year's performance was not very good. The last season was not very good. But come on, man. Form is temporary, class is permanent. I think this year he is going to show his true colors in the Saints uniform, right?
रूट एब्सोल्युटली।
And any other midfielders? I think, yeah, the one I have in my team, Ellen Saint Maximin. I think he, with the addition of Callum Wilson in Newcastle, I think I was having a bit of trouble in deciding whether to have Ellen Saint Maximin or not, and I was thinking of moving to some other player. But I think just this addition of Callum Wilson has instilled this confidence in me that his good balls, his through balls, his crosses, his passes, his brilliant tactical play will not go in vain every time he is there. I think Callum Wilson will surely strike some of his balls inside the goal, and I think it not only augurs well for Newcastle. I think for FPL managers at 5.5, I think it's a great prospect. What do you think, RK?
एब्सोल्युटली मैन, ही कैन बी द ट्रू जेम दिस सीजन।
Absolutely. और कैलम विल्सन के एडिशन के बाद तो आई थिंक it's he can be a, because I think he's a nail starter. I think if he's fit, so I think he'll play 38 games, right?
राइट, 38 गेम्स में। और ऐसा होता है कि कभी आपका एकदम टच, आपको वो लगता है कि वापस आ गया, तो आप अचानक से ज्यादा ज्यादा पॉइंट देने लग जाते हैं, ज्यादा अच्छा गेम परफॉर्म करने लग जाते हैं, तो इट्स जस्ट
Big
अबाउट
result of
लक।
an eye test. Great conclusion, RK. Great conclusion. Any other midfielder, RK, coming to your mind or anything? And guys, by
बजट।
just a sec, okay. And guys, you want any question, just be there, question us anything. If we don't know, we will straight away say we don't know. If we know your question, if we know the answer, we will give it to you. Yes, RK, sorry for the disturbance.
कूल कूल। हाँ,
Yeah.
तो मैं बोल रहा था, मेरे सबसे तीसरे बजट पिक आप ले सकते हैं, अपना वुल्फ से मुटीनो।
Oh,
तो ही इज अ ग्रेट पिक, क्योंकि थोड़ा
the
एक्सपीरियंस भी है उनके
same
पास।
name was coming to my mind. I swear, this name was in my mind. You just stole it from me. Yeah.
तो यार, ही इज एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर, सो वो अपना ज्यादा एक्सपीरियंस यूज कर सकते हैं, गेम में दे सकते हैं। उसके अलावा व्हाई आर यू लाफिंग?
You stole that name from me. It was
मेरे
just on
दिमाग
my
में अचानक
it was just on my tip, yeah. Anyways, it's a great shout. I think he takes some free kicks as well.
मुटीनो इज ग्रेट प्लेयर, और काफी सही असिस्ट दे। फिर यार, डोंट लाफ।
It's okay, man. It's okay. You have taken that. You have taken my thunders. You have stolen my thunder right now. Anyways, I'm going to go with another name, and this time I'm going to beat you because I will just steal that name from your mind, and it's Thomas Suchek. Yeah.
द गाय फ्रॉम वेस्ट हैम्पशायर।
Yeah, the guy from West Ham, 5 million. He's quarantined right now, guys. He's quarantined. Hey, thanks, Joshi ji. Thanks. Yeah, the guy is really. I think he's nailed. And right now, he's not playing. He's quarantined, and I don't think he has COVID-19. I think he's just being quarantined because he was in contact with some of the COVID positive. But I have taken this name from your mind. I know this skill of taking names from people's mind because you took Moutinho's name from my mind. So I've taken Suchik's name. Wasn't it in your mind? Wasn't Suchik's name was in your mind?
बिल्कुल, I was going to name him next.
Okay, guys. So this was about midfield, guys. And if we talk about the forward line, differentials in forward line, I don't think there are many differentials or value picks in forward line, except for a couple of them. How about the Fulham talisman,
Mitrovic.
Mitrovic?
Yeah,
I think if Fulham is going to bake a bread, build a house, I think the every bit of pressure would be on Mitrovic's shoulders. I
definitely.
was just reading a stat. I think in 50% of the goals, somehow or the other, this guy Mitrovic is in there. Sometimes he's scoring the goal or he's providing an assist. I think phenomenal talent. And the biggest thing which goes in favor of Mitrovic is that he has played EPL before. It is not that he is coming directly from his second round championship. He's coming in a promoted team. He doesn't have the experience. Yes, he's coming out of a promoted team, but he has the experience of playing and doing well in the EPL. And whatever stats I have read, I am not a big stat man. I believe in the eye test. I believe whatever you see must help you. But because I don't, I think I need to balance this eye test with some of the stats. And I feel whatever stats I have read about Mitrovic, he's a great starter. He starts the season in a frenzy. I think uh, if you take him for a season. But if you're not thinking about the whole season, at least take him for the first few games. I think whatever I've read about him, I think he is going to deliver. And there are some mouth-watering games for Fulham. Those are not going to be easy for them, but don't care about the result because he is not going to be penalized for not having a clean sheet. Hey Shakti,
Yeah.
shout out to you, mate. I don't think he will be penalized for having a clean sheet, but yes, I think Mitrovic should be taken. What do you think? What do you make of Mitrovic and Fulham?
फुलहम सही ईपीएल में भी उन्होंने आई थिंक लीड्स यूनाइटेड के बराबर ही गोल मारे थे।
Absolutely, absolutely.
तो इसका मतलब ये है कि उनके अटैकिंग पावर में बिल्कुल दम है, स्ट्राइकर दमदार है मित्रोविच। और
Hmm.
यही है कि आप यही चीजें आप प्रिडिक्ट करते हो कि जैसे अभी आपका सिलेक्ट करना मित्रोविच, तो ये आप प्रिडिक्ट कर रहे हो कि अगर फ्यूचर में वो अच्छा परफॉर्म करके उसका प्राइस बढ़ता है तो आपको वो स्क्वाड डेवलप करने में भी मदद होगी। तो ये सारे फैक्टर्स आप कंसीडर करने पड़ते हैं आपको। तो इस हिसाब से बहुत सही बजट पिक है। और मेरे ख्याल से फुलहम में मित्रोविच के लेवल का मेरे ख्याल से और कोई प्लेयर है नहीं।
Absolutely, neither in defense or in midfield or in forward line. I think Fulham means Mitrovic for now. With all respect to the Fulham guys, I think Mitrovic is a notch above every other Fulham player. Right? Okay, we have had enough of Mitrovic. Any other pick apart from Mitrovic? Apart from Mitrovic, in that sense, that any other value pick as a forward that comes
You can
straight to you?
definitely you guys can go for Rodrigo from Leeds.
Oh, yeah,
So
yeah.
so as he has played for Valencia, so he definitely has class in himself. So
And we have
definitely
already discussed that his last two seasons were not that good, but I have seen him playing. And guys, if you believe me, please, I just feel I have seen him in his prime, and he is one of the better scorers, better forwards in the promoted teams, not only the promoted teams, but also say teams from 10 to 20, whatever teams are generally in there. I think he's one of the better forwards, and I think he will give some forwards and for their money. Yes, he misses opportunity, but I think with him here, I think Bamford will not start. He will be the center forward, I think. And somehow, the only weakness that I see with Rodrigo is that somehow is this tendency of uh, just kissing the touchline on the left and the right, and he sometimes goes for assist. I think he needs to have more belief in his own scoring prowess, and then I think everything will be fine. Another name which comes to mind is Chi Adams. I don't think he's going to. I don't think again, guys. I will advise you one thing. If you want to have a Southampton forward, go for Daniel Ings. Go for Danny Ings. Don't go for Chi Adams because you cannot purchase Danny Ings. and you do want to have a Southampton player because he is not nailed right now. I think Chi Adams, because of his season after the lockdown, he will start definitely. But even a couple of games, if he doesn't look impressive, I don't think he will start. I think he will warm the bench and come as a. Having said that, I personally feel this season can be the season for him, and I think he can better Danny Ings if he plays every match for Southampton. That's a big call, but I'm saying if he starts well, watch out for Chi Adams. Right now, I'm telling you honestly, he is not nailed for this season, but due to his previous performances and the friendlies, the way he's performed, I think he scored a goal in that 7-win win. I think he is going to start, and Chi Adams is a good call, right, partner?
Right, absolutely, mate.
Any other name? I think we have covered many. Any other name?
Three names I think we have covered.
Yeah, though I
So
don't. Yeah,
मेरे
there are
हिसाब से
other players. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Go ahead, go ahead.
मेरे हिसाब से जो मैं कंसिडर कर रहा हूँ, आर्सेनल का यंगस्टर जो है निकीथिया 6 पे
Oh,
अवेलेबल है.
yeah, Nikitia is again, guys. I think Nikitia is again a brilliant player. Whatever I've seen of him, whatever little I have seen of him, I must say, I'm really impressed by the guy. Again, same like Chi Adams. I don't think he's going to start. I don't think he's nailed. Don't know whether Arteta has enough confidence in him. Whatever I've looked, both him and that midfielder from Arsenal, Saka, Bukayo Saka, I think both are looked
Yeah.
incredibly well. And that's the reason I feel Arsenal can be the dark horses like Tottenham. And I think Tottenham, Arsenal, Southampton, even Everton now, they are going to give those big top four, they're going to give them a run for their money. Trust you me, guys. What do you think, RK? ऐसा होगा?
बिल्कुल, बिल्कुल ऐसा हो सकता है क्योंकि वो अभी फॉर्म में भी है, उसने मतलब अपने फॉर्म में, तो हो सकता है कि उसे आर्टेटा स्टार्टिंग में बोले कि ठीक है तू स्टार्ट कर, बाद में लैकेज़ेट से उसे रिप्लेस कर सकते हैं. तो उसे
Hmm.
डेफिनेटली मौका देना चाहिए. और ये मेरे ख्याल से जैसे ग्रीनवुड था पिछले सीजन, सबको पता था एक नाम यंगस्टर है ग्रीनवुड, बट वो पता नहीं कैसा
Yep,
परफॉर्म
yep,
करेगा दिस टाइम. तो उस चीज पे अगर
yep.
आप कमाना चाहते हो पॉइंट्स, तो डेफिनेटली यू कैन गो फॉर निकालिया.
SK is asking something. SK is asking about Jamal Lascelles, Newcastle skippy. What do you think, RK, our guest SK, our friend SK? He's asking us about Lascelles. I think he's in his team. That's why he's asking. He's a very selfish guy. He's asking only about his players. He's not asking about the FPL in general. What do you think? How will Lascelles fare? I think he's an okay pick. I think he will start every
Yes,
game.
yes, starter,
But I
yeah.
don't. Yeah, do you see him attacking returns?
I think he'll be just there to, I think, hold the defense for them. He's not going to attack that
Okay.
much as compared to Dallas
Okay.
and Kyle Walker-Peters. But if you are
Okay.
looking for a budget player and who is going to start every match, since he is the skip of their team, then you can definitely go for James Lascelles.
You have an answer, SK, from the top man, RKJ. Yes, so that was about the value picks. And okay, with both Laporte, and I think Laporte is a very important part of the machinery that Pep has created. Last year, I saw when Laporte, till the time Laporte was, I think, injured or something, I think Man City was not able to keep clean sheets. It was struggling to put the ball forward. As soon as Laporte was included in that mix, I think Man City looked a different team altogether. Even a big team like Man City needs players like Laporte, and Laporte always goes under the radar. Whenever we think about football, whenever we think about Man City, I think it is always the guys like Kevin De Bruyne, Raheem Sterling, the Superman Kun Aguero, and their goalkeeper Ederson, their midfield. But I think Laporte just flows under the radar. I think he's a very important spoke in the whole defensive wheel, in the midfield wheel of Man City. Do you agree with me on this?
यस, एब्सोल्युटली. तो बहुत बड़ा सेटबैक हो सकता है मेंसी के लिए, बट वही बात है, जैसे बोलते हैं कि जो
Absolutely, absolutely.
अच्छा मैनेजर होता है वो अपना फ्यूचर का सब कुछ प्लान करके चलता है. तो इस मेरे हिसाब से, क्योंकि अब लपोत जैसे कि डाउन है, तो उसकी जगह नेथन एके जो है उन्होंने साइन किया है, नया डिफेंडर, उसे वो इंट्रोड्यूस करा सकता
Yes,
है
yes,
पेप.
yes.
तो वो भी
Great shout
5.5 में
out. Great shout
अवेलेबल
out.
है.
Before we move ahead, some just giving the opinion. Some are asking question. Kailash tells us it's just tough to promote football India through this media, and both you both are doing great job. Thanks again. Thank you, Kailash. Big shout out to you. Respect. Akansha is asking RK. whether James Rodriguez should be taken in her FPL team. Yes, AK.
ये डेफिनेटली लेना चाहिए, क्योंकि अभी वो पहले भी इसका हिस्ट्री रह चुका है इसके कार्लो एंचेलोटी के साथ, उसने काफी अच्छा परफॉर्म किया है और ये तीसरे बार है जब वो उसे
This
अपने
is a
अंडर
big
खिला
point.
रहा है।
Listen to him. Big point.
वो
Yes.
और जैसे कि मैंने बताया कि 7.5 है, वो सेट पीस पे रहने वाला है, गोइंग टू असिस्ट, ज्यादा से ज्यादा मिनट खेलेगा, तो डेफिनेटली ही हैज वर्थ टू बी द डिफरेंशियल दिस सीजन, तो गुड पिक, डेफिनेटली गेट हिम इनटू योर टीम।
Guys, before we move ahead, I just like to tell you we are very busy in our lives. We work a lot, we exercise, we do, but still we find time to do this, to discuss all of this, and that too just for you guys. Please come and subscribe to our channel. Ask whatever you want to. It's your channel, guys. There's no need to be anything apart from being informal here. You need to just whatever you feel, you need to just vouch your opinions. You just need to give whatever you feel. We take this extra step not just for ourselves because we can discuss it on phone also. This is for you guys also. Just this is an FPL chit chat and this is a casual conversation. We like to have it, and yes, it will be a big support for us if you just like this video, share it this video, and even subscribe to our channel. Yes, okay. Now let's move on to guys. If any other questions, please come to us. Thanks, Akansh, once again, and let's move on to something else. Now, what do you think, okay, about this new Callum Wilson entry? Uh, I have seen him at 8.5 or 8, whatever. I just don't remember him, but uh, what do you think? How do you rate him? And do you have any other idea about Callum Wilson? Should he be taken in, or is it a wait and watch for you?
आई थिंक वेट एंड वॉच होगा मेरे लिए, क्योंकि अभी जस्ट वो आया है और पहला मैच कैसा रहता है उनके, उससे काफी हेल्प मिलने वाली है कि रेस्ट ऑफ द सीजन वो कैसे परफॉर्म करने वाले हैं।
Absolutely, absolutely.
तो इससे इसलिए मैं बोलूंगा कि पहले आप देख ले, क्योंकि क्योंकि आपको ये भी, हमें ये भी पता चल जाएगा कि न्यू कैसल कैसा परफॉर्म कर रही है, और टीम मोरल भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट करता है एक प्लेयर परफॉर्मेंस पे, तो ये
और
फैक्टर
मैं
देखने
बोलूंगा
वाला
guys, if you want to have someone from Newcastle, don't right now. I don't think it's the right time to jump onto Callum Wilson's bandwagon. I think take ASM if you really want somebody from Newcastle. The budget, right budget pick. I think he is great for his price. It is possible that Callum Wilson is too expensive for 6.5. I still feel he deserves 6.5, but possibly उनका ये प्राइस भी उनके लिए ज्यादा साबित हो सकता है बाद में. तो आई एम नॉट श्योर, बट आई थिंक इफ यू नो नीड टू गो फॉर अ बजट मिडफील्डर that too from Newcastle, I think Alan Saint Maxim is your guy, right?
राइट।
Okay. Right now, I think if you have any questions, guys, keep on asking us. We will move on to our drafts. Before I move, because they take a lot of our time, and before we move on to our drafts, guys, I just want to ask RK. RK, आपने इस बार भी ड्राफ्ट बनाए. What generally while you make a draft? पहले मैं पूछना चाहूंगा, कोई नंबर है आपके पास, काउंट है कौन सा ड्राफ्ट आपने बनाया है अभी? You have lost the count of it.
नहीं, ऐसा कोई नंबर नहीं रखा मैंने, क्योंकि मैं उदास
But
नहीं होना
you
चाहता
well said, well said. Uh, what I'm trying to ask is, uh, क्या ऐसा बेसिक पैरामीटर है जो आप ध्यान में रखना चाहते हो बिफोर मेकिंग अ टीम? बिकॉज मैं आपको ये बताता हूँ, मेरे बहुत सारे पैरामीटर्स होते हैं. एवरी नेक्स्ट डे आई एम ब्रेकिंग ऑल दोस पैरामीटर्स, फॉर्मिंग न्यू पैरामीटर्स, एंड द नेक्स्ट डे आई एम अगेन ब्रेकिंग द सेम पैरामीटर्स एंड फॉर्मिंग न्यू पैरामीटर्स. इज देयर अ थंब रूल फॉर यू कि ये तो मैं रखूंगा ही रखूंगा, या उसके आसपास मेरे को जो करना है मैं देखूंगा, या यू आर फेसिंग द सेम प्रॉब्लम एंड यू आर ब्रेकिंग द ड्राफ्ट्स एंड योर प्रिंसिपल्स टाइम एंड अगेन?
बहुत प्रॉब्लम है, बहुत प्रॉब्लम है। पहले तो ऐसा लग रहा था अभी बहुत टाइम है, अब लग रहा है कि टाइम ही नहीं है। सबसे पहले नंबर पे ये प्रॉब्लम। दूसरे नंबर पे प्रॉब्लम ये है कि इतने सारे ट्रांसफर हर दिन, और वैसे कि नहीं कि
Absolutely,
बेकार
man.
ट्रांसफर, सारे क्वालिटी ट्रांसफर हो रहे हैं।
And
तीस
this blank game week really has made us go wild, man. No Burnley. You cannot have Burnley defenders. You cannot Tarkowski of 5.5 million. You cannot warm the bench with Tarkowski, right? You cannot have Grealish and make him warm the bench. And then you have Manu and Mansi. Many people I've seen their draft, they had taken Foden and Greenwood. And now, when Foden and Greenwood have been found that they have broken some rules, so now they are also out of the team. So it is really becoming difficult with this blank game week. What do you think?
बिल्कुल, सबसे टफ फैक्टर यही है कि हाउ कैसे
Absolutely.
आप मतलब मैनसी और मैन्यू टू हैवीवेट्स को एक्सक्लूड करके आप टीम बनाने जा रहे हो। तो
Absolutely.
इस पे मुझे लगता है कि बहुत वाइल्ड कार्ड वही है कि अपने जो चिप्स हैं वो बचा के रखिए, क्योंकि नेवर नो, कुछ भी सर्टेन नहीं है, कभी भी कुछ भी हो सकता है। तो
Yeah, yeah.
बेटर है कि आप बाद में रिग्रेट करें, इससे अच्छा कि बना के रखें। और मेरी स्ट्रेटजी ये बनाते वक्त मैं ये जा रहा हूँ कि क्योंकि ये ईपीएल है, यहाँ पे डिफेंस करना उतना इजी नहीं रहता। आई मीन
Yes,
क्लीन शीट रखना इतना इजी नहीं रहता। तो
yes.
इसलिए मैं 4 डिफेंडर से जाऊंगा, और मिडफील्ड में मैं फाइव, मैं कहूंगा मिडफील्ड में आप जितना ओपन कर सकते हैं एटलीस्ट 4 से अब तो आप खेलिए ही खेलिए। चार
Yep, yep.
मिडफील्ड या 5 मिडफील्ड बीच में, और नीचे आपके 1 या 2 स्ट्राइकर। तो ये फॉर्मेशन से मेरे ख्याल से काफी पॉइंट कमाए जा सकते हैं इस सीजन, क्योंकि जैसा मिडफील्ड इस बार प्रीमियर लीग का हो चुका है, कंसिडरिंग दैट।
Guys, this is a big, big, big piece of information. And guys, we're just doing this for you. So let's move. It's time, I think, to move on to the drafts. Okay, are you ready for your draft?
Yep, I have sent you already, I guess.
Just a sec.
Have you have you received it?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Got it. Let's get into RK's draft
Yeah,
first.
it's loading. I can see your screen now.
Can you see my screen right now?
Yep, I can see.
So this is RK's team, guys. Yes, I see a big change in the goalkeeping department. Stay was already there. I don't think he matters at all to us. The big man between the sticks has changed from Leonard to McCarthy. RK, correct me if I'm wrong, but due to that conflict between Martinez and Leno, who is the number one keeper in Arsenal, you have picked the McCarthy. I'm right.
Yep, that's right. AD, I'm not able to see the screen. It's black. It's black.
It's, okay, you know now.
Hmm. Can't see, mate.
Oh, wait a sec.
I think something is. Yep. Now it's gone.
Now can you see me?
Yep. I can see you.
Okay. Yeah, Nidhi is asking me with goalkeeper is a bargain FL. I think I don't feel that you need to have a 5.0 million or a 5.5 million goalkeeper right now, because I think the better the goalkeeper, that means is in a better club, right? Man City, like Man United, like Chelsea. We have already gone over this point that there's a big chance that he might not have to stop that many shots that a goalkeeper from a decent club, say a Southampton, a Sheffield, might. So going by the fixtures, I think for game week 1 to 18, I feel McCarthy and Ryan, these two are great picks. And if you can pick any one of them, I think it would be fine. Just there's a small advice I have that if you pick a Southampton goalkeeper, say McCarthy, then you should be wary of picking Kyle Walker Peters as your defender. I don't want you guys to double up on Brighton or Southampton defense. Those are good defenses, but I still feel it's no Liverpool. They are no Liverpool or Sheffield for that matter. So I think if you still want to spend 5 million, I think Ramsdale looks head and shoulders above other goalkeepers. Do you concur with me, RK, over this point of McCarthy and Ryan?
Yep, definitely. निकाती, क्योंकि रायन का पहला मैच आई थिंक चेल्सी के अगेंस्ट है, तो और साउथहैम्पटन के भी इजी फिक्चर्स हैं, अभी ज्यादा उतने टफ है नहीं, तो
Yeah.
निकाती की बहुत बढ़िया चॉइस
Okay, let me again try. Okay, let me share my screen
है।
again. Tell me if you can see things or not. Just a sec. Okay.
Cool, man, go ahead. I'll let you know. Now it's loading. Now I can see some screen.
Yeah, just a sec. Just a sec. I'm trying to. Uh, we okay, with so many FPL managers around, I think by the time the game starts, there will be 7 million managers. What do
Oh,
you think? Where do you think yourself as a debutant? What will be a good finish for you? Of course, everybody wants to be rank one, but I know that you are a pragmatic person and you understand the difficulties that a film manager faces. So, where do you think would be a decent enough finish for debutants like us?
I think if we are able to secure place under top 10K, I think that would be a great start for us.
Oh, that's very tough, mate. 7 million, top 10K. Oh, yeah, but that's challenging. But at the same time, it's mouth watering also. Let's see
Yeah,
if let's see if just a sec. Give me a sec. If you have any other view, just can you carry on for a second? Let me just see if I can take over
cool, cool,
teams.
cool.
Yeah, yeah.
तो नाउ आई वुड ब्रिंग आउट टू हाउ टू मेक योर स्ट्रेटजी, मतलब कैसे आप कितनी स्ट्रेटजी बना सकते हो अपने एचपीएल में। बेसिकली लोग किस स्ट्रेटजी से जाते हैं। एक तो कुछ लोगों की स्ट्रेटजी होती है, जैसे मैं देख रहा था टीम में जो लोगों ने लिस्ट कर रही है ऑनलाइन, कि जस्ट पिक आउट द लास्ट
Right.
परफॉर्मिंग गाइज एंड मेड अ टीम। सो
Yeah.
ये सबसे बुरा होता है कि वेयर, इससे अच्छा है कि अगर आपको ऐसी टीम बनानी है तो डोंट पार्टिसिपेट, दैट वुड बी बेटर।
Oh,
क्योंकि
big call, big call.
कि गना अपसेट, आपको अपसेट ही मिलने वाला है लास्ट में। तो
Okay.
स्टडी करना, या
Yeah, yeah.
यार,
Go ahead, go ahead. No, no, no. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
तो मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि स्टडी करना बहुत जरूरी है आपकी
Yeah.
क्लब्स को, आपके प्लेयर को। और एट अ टाइम ज्यादा आपको, मतलब प्लेयर के साथ इमोशनल में नहीं होना है कि नहीं वो परफॉर्म नहीं कर रहा था, मैं उसे अपनी टीम में ही रखूंगा, कोई बात नहीं। तो
Yeah.
जब
Yep.
आपको लगता है कि इज नॉट परफॉर्मिंग, आप उसकी जगह दूसरे प्लेयर कभी भी ला सकते हैं। रिमेम्बर, यू
Kick
कैन
him out. Just kick him out.
kick him out and let him learn a lesson.
Yeah. Arke, on the same topic, if we can keep for a second. So I think ये पॉइंट बिल्कुल सही है. वी कैन नॉट गेट इमोशनल विद द प्लेयर्स दैट वी हैव टू हैव दिस सर्टेन प्लेयर फॉर द होल ऑफ द सीजन और वी हैव टू किक दिस प्लेयर आउट इन बिकॉज आई एम सीइंग अ लॉट ऑफ ड्राफ्ट्स and people are saying Aubameyang is just a placeholder for us in order to take in say a Bruno or a Kevin De Bruyne. Guys, if Aubameyang is scoring for you, if he is giving you points, there's no point in having a person who is not giving you many points or you don't know how many points will he give. This is just utter rubbish, man. Don't do these
Yes.
things, guys. Don't go because what I'm going to tell you, guys. Some of the big FPL managers they're coming out with teams, and I've seen debutants, even FPL managers who have been there for say 4 seasons, 3 seasons. They're just copying the team. They are changing one or two defenders. They're not. They're just tinkering a little bit. They're keeping the same team that the other guy has kept. Yes, he has been consistent, but that's his thinking. You will never know why he did that or why he did this, and you will fail. Trust you me in say 10th game week, 11th game week, because you need to have you see the game. You need to have a belief in your thought process. Yes, Akansha, it's utter rubbish. You need to have you need to have confidence in your eye test, in your whatever you are watching, in whatever stats you are reading. You have to have confidence and then you can make a team, because only you can explain your team, you can take the decision. I cannot have a look at your team and within 15 seconds decide whether this team is going to do well. And if you don't know, because I don't know why you have kept a certain player, probably that player is just a placeholder for 2 weeks. Yes,
Right.
yes, yes. Big shout out, Akansha. Let me try to share my screen, RK. Just tell me if you can see what I'm trying to do here. Can you watch my screen right now?
Yeah, it's loading. It's loading.
Can you see
Uh,
it?
yes, I can see now. It's maximized. Cool. Can you
Yeah,
zoom
this.
in?
Yeah, let me see. Yeah, can you see it now?
Cool, man. Cool.
This is
This
my
is my
team. Let me
team.
start with my
Oh,
team.
your turn. Okay.
Can you see it now?
Yep, yep, yep.
Okay, guys, let's start with my team first. I have taken, like RK, I've taken McCarthy as a goalie. I think, guys, there's not much to choose between McCarthy and Ryan. I think I'm comfortable with McCarthy. I feel comfortable with McCarthy. So I have McCarthy between the sticks. Now I had a big defense last time. I think my defense was having party, and right now my defense looks in tatters, and there is a good reason for that because I thought that most of the players who are going to give value. Can you hear me, Ake?
Yes, yes, I can hear you, man.
Yeah, so I thought that most of the players that are going to bring in value to my team throughout the season are going to be the midfielders. And
Yep,
if I want to have a say 10 million midfielder, 11 million, say in game week 20, and I don't
yep.
have enough midfielders out there, I just have three midfielders, then I need to first remove a defender, then bring a midfielder, then again remove a defender, then again move a midfielder, then change that midfielder's cost to a new midfielder's cost. Then it one simple transfer, one simple swap it will take if I have five midfielders already. But in the absence of five midfielders or even four midfielders, what will happen is for one transfer, I will have to make three transfers. So in order to save me from that headache, I have gone against my wish and I have trashed Robertson and Doherty out of my team. Now the big question that lied ahead of me is that whom I'm going to pick. If not, TA is a mindless lock for me. I hope I'm not going to kick him throughout the season. He will be there because he has the tendency of scoring. Uh, there was an option of 4.5 million keep defenders. But I decided to take in players I think who will be nailed at least for the beginning. And I think Cody and Egan both cost 5 million. Yes, I lost 1 million there. 4.5 million, two defenders. It would have I would have made sure that I have 1 extra million to use. I could have got a better goalkeeper, say a Ramsdale out of it, or I could have upgraded any of my midfielders. But I chose to have defenders at least who will nail, at least who are nailed, and at least who will score, start the game. That was my vantage point, and that is how I started. Now, if we come
True.
to my midfield, I have included James Rodriguez. Now, I know I have jumped the bandwagon, but guys, just to me, I have seen him playing. I really like the man. If he's not going to do well in the first couple of games, I don't think he's the keeper in my team. I will kick him out for, say, a Dele Ali or a Son. And
Really?
yeah, go ahead, Ake.
No, I was saying you can also kick him for Grealish.
Yeah, absolutely. Grealish is a great pick, and I think he's at the same. I think he's even cheaper than him. I think he's just 7 million. I think
Right.
that would be great pick for us from Aston Villa. And then I have got Salah and Aubameyang. They are already in my team. They are not placeholders. I will keep them. Whoever out of them doesn't perform well in the first game, I will transfer him out for Bruno Fernandes for the second match. I feel it is going to be Salah because Salah generally doesn't plays well away matches, and I think it's an away game, second game from it's a tough match. And Manu at home is taking on Crystal Palace. I think goals galore are waiting for Manu. So I have two options. I can go zero point 0.5 up Ings and go to Martial, or I can take up Salah, go 1.5 down and take up Bruno Fernandes with penalties, with free kicks. I think Bruno Fernandes is a no-brainer when what I feel. Then I've got Ward Prowse. I think RK has inspired me to take this man. I really like him, but I thought that again my 6 millions can go waste. I should have a 4.5 million midfielder. I will not make him play. I will use those extra 1.5 mil somewhere else. Probably get a Robertson or a Van Zyk or a Doherty or a or upgrade Werner to a say Vardy or a Kane. But I feel that a Ward Prowse with that he's nailed first of all, and that those free kicks. And I just feel a player of Ward Prowse's quality cannot have two bad seasons in a row, right,
True, man.
RK?
True.
So
True.
I just
Absolutely.
feel that this can be a good pick, Ward Prowse. And next is Aubameyang. Yes, he's nailed. Next is Saint Maximin. Big fan of Saint Maximin. Was confused about FPL. I thought I really like his playing style, but it was not giving me much points. I thought he is not going to give me many points. But with the inclusion of Callum Wilson, a quality forward, I think he is nailed in my team. He's a nailed starter. In forward line, I have got Werner innings. Werner, I'm on his bandwagon. I feel Timo Turbo Werner is one of the finds. He can be one of the finds, in fact, of this season. And Danny Ings, I think, has been consistent. And I think taking Ward Prowse, the primary reason of taking Ward Prowse was also that Southampton as a club is on the rise. And I feel the in the same breath, in the same way, I think Ings, I think he's again going to do whatever he's done. There's no reason he will not repeat his performance. In fact, I think he can even go a step ahead and score 200 points for the first time in the season. So yes, I think it's quite a
Oh.
settled lineup. And now I will go to RK's team. RK, can you see your team?
Yes, I can see.
RK, can you see your team?
Yes, yes, bro, I can see.
This is this is RK's team. And as we discussed, McCarthy is there. Now, if we move on to a defense line, Chilwell, a great pick, I think, for RK. RK, I'm not sure
Yeah.
whether Chilwell will start. I still feel he's injured. Are you really sure he's going to start?
Yes, I've read news and that I've read news that he's practicing really hard, so there are high chances that he's going to start.
Okay, if that does the case for you, then that's great. Then is TA Van Bissaka. I think that's a brilliant move. His attacking returns. I really love Van Bissaka. We have Walker Peters. We have Doherty. This defense lineup, I tell you guys, this is really rocking. And I think you can really mix it well. You can play some of the defenders. You can bench, like in game week one, you will be benching Van Bissaka, if I'm not wrong.
Right. True, true.
And you will be playing with a formation of 4-4-2 then.
4-4-2, yeah.
Yeah, so then in midfield we come back to Aubameyang, great pick. Kante, he can be the differential. Fernandes will be benched. Saint Maximin, great pick. I think Son. I think Son will. Son is also one of those contenders who will touch 200 points the first time. I feel under Mourinho, people have been saying, even I have been saying that they are going to park the bus, which I think they will. But I think this duo of Doherty and Son can be deadly out there in the middle. And I still feel with whatever I've seen of Sissoko, Aurier, and if they are going to do the same things that they have been doing after the inclusion of Mourinho, I think the great one has really pepped up Son, and I think Son is going to really do well. Davis, I think, is just a bench fodder. He is
Yeah.
not there to do anything else. Mope, I think, is the silent killer. I think Mope is going to do big things this time. Antonio and Mope, guys, if you're watching out for forwards in the range of 6.5, and I think Antonio from West Ham and Mope from Brighton. I think they are two great picks. Mope, I think, creates a lot of chances, shoots outside from outside the box, takes quick headers, shots inside the box. I think he's a great pick. He's a silent killer. He's still flowing under the radar. He can be a great pick. Next is Timo Turbo Werner. I don't think there is much to be said about Turbo Werner. So this is what our drafts have been till now, and I really feel that uh, these drafts have changed a lot. And thanks, Rekha. Shout out to you, Rekha. And SK is asking us, please, guys, discuss Rodriguez versus Vance. Please, Rodriguez one last time, lol. I think SK seems to be a fan of Rodriguez. Yeah, SK, I think Vance is a great pick. I think what Barnes brings to the table is those attacking returns. I think for a midfielder, he goes into the box way too many times. Then say another midfielder, take another midfielder from Leicester, say a Madison. I think Madison provides the ball. He's good with assists, but Barnes doesn't give that many assists. Barnes believes in scoring the goals for himself, but I think Barnes Barnes is fondly called in the circles a 65-minute player because he never plays more than 65 minutes. He is often subbed off. While Rodriguez, guys, I feel is going to really make it count this time because on potential, I think Rodriguez cannot be compared to Barnes. He's too good a player versus Barnes, with all due respect to Barnes and his fans. What do you think, RK? Am I right or am I being slightly lopsided towards James Rodriguez?
ट्रू मैन। और जिस फॉर्म में वो खेलता है, मतलब जैसे अभी ऑब्वियसली वो अपने टच में है नहीं, वो गेम वीक 1 पे पता चलेगा। लेकिन अगर हम ऐसे कंसीडर करें कि वो अपने बेस्ट में कैसा खेलता है, तो अगर बेस्ट में कंपेयर करेंगे तो बार्न्स इज नो वे नियर एमएस रॉड्रिगेज।
Absolutely. In totality, I feel James Rodriguez is a much better player. Tripta, what RK's strategy behind his team? RK Tripta is asking you what is your strategy, a basic strategy. I think we have discussed enough the strategy, but still, RK, if anything, which propelled you to a team like that?
मेरी स्ट्रेटजी यही है कि इस सीजन में पहले तो बजट गोलकीपर के साथ जाने वाला
Absolutely.
हूँ, और डिफेंड में जैसे मैंने बताया 4 डिफेंडर्स, एक
Yeah.
सब्स्टिट्यूट में जिसे मैं रोटेट करूंगा, फिर मिडफील्ड में पांचों मिडफील्ड को मैं खिलाने वाला हूँ।
Yeah.
एक्सेप्ट गेम वीक 1 पांचों मिडफील्ड खेलेंगे, और फिर नीचे एक स्ट्राइकर
And your midfield
फॉरवर्ड
is
में।
quite brilliant. Quite brilliant. I must say that.
थैंक्स।
So, yeah, Tripta,
सो
that was for you. Yeah, RK, yeah, go ahead.
हाँ, और 4-5-1 के साथ मेरी दूसरा पॉइंट ये है कि मैं ये स्ट्रेटजी से जा रहा हूँ, क्योंकि गेम पहले मैं सोच रहा था गेम वीक 2 में मैं वाइल्ड कार्ड यूज करूँ, लेकिन अब मैंने सोचा कि कोविड और बहुत सारी चीजें कंसिडर करने के बाद कि
Mhm.
बेनिफिशियल कि आप अपना वाइल्ड कार्ड बचा ले और सेव इट और लेटर ऑन।
Yeah.
क्योंकि अपना जो ट्रांसफर मार्केट है वो भी 5th ऑफ अक्टूबर तक है, उसके बाद भी इंग्लिश क्लब जो है वो 16 अक्टूबर तक आपस में ट्रेड कर सकते हैं। तो इसका मतलब अगर अब उससे पहले ही अपना चिप वेस्ट कर मतलब यूज करेंगे, तो फिर अब बाद में अगर कोई ट्रांसफर होते हैं मेजर चेंजेस, जैसे लेट्स से अगर ट्रायोरे आपके पास है और वो लिवरपूल में चला गया और आप ऑलरेडी 3 लिवरपूल लेके खेल रहे हैं, तो आपको फिर एक बैठाना पड़ेगा।
Great piece of information, RK. Great. That's what I called an eye test, and that is where RK is there for. Great piece of information from RK. Yeah, thanks, SK. And I hope you will be joining us soon. I hope you remove all your technical difficulties if there are any, and you join us soon. Guys, it is time to say bye bye. It was great seeing you guys, and I hope you'll be asking more questions. We will be with you. I think day after tomorrow it will be, and we'll be answering all your questions, coming up with all lot many strategies, new price reveals, whatever FPL picks us up. And Ake, any comments
Regarding on what man?
regarding anything? We are leaving right now, so you want to say something while leaving your fans or whoever is watching?
Stay safe, man. Take care of yourself. Wear mask whenever you go out. Or
And please tell them name of your YouTube channel.
definitely, you can always subscribe me on Backhill Monster.
Yeah,
So
that's
keep
his name.
watching us, and
Yeah, thanks,
keep,
Akansha. Thanks a lot.
that's it, man.
Okay, guys, then we'll see you of day after tomorrow. It has been a wonderful journey for now, and I hope you guys are also enjoying yourself. And let's see if what changes FPL players have, who gets to get more suspensions or anything. I hope Touchwood that not many players get suspended. I hope Forden and Greenwood gets off easily, but that's not for me to decide. Okay, guys, right now we will take your leave, and okay, we will have a chat later on.
Yo, man.
Okay, guys.
Adios.
Yeah, adios. Bye, guys.